Welcome back, Review a Day, episode number 204. My name's Leland, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're going to be reviewing MacGruber here in just a second, but before all of that, I've just got to say that I am still wiping away the tears from last night's Lost finale, which to say the least was goddamn emotional. The final 20 minutes really got to me, and when that final title card definitely came up, I didn't feel cheated. I don't know if the episode fits in context with the rest of the series. There's definitely a lot of loose ends that weren't tied up, but as that episode aired, I definitely did feel a lot of closure. Definitely far from my experience of watching The Sopranos series finale, which I think in its essence was a big middle finger to the audience and everyone watching. Fuck you, David Chase, you son of a bitch. But head over to nitpickit.com this Thursday to check out the big Lost blowout we'll do with Aaron and I. Very excited. Also, Dampercast episode number 53 or 54 is up. 53, I believe. My buddies Shane and Tom, who I've known forever, stopped by, and we have a grand old time. Guys, the movie review I'm doing for you today is MacGruber, and this is the big first kind of summer comedy blockbuster for the season. We got Will Forte playing MacGruber, we got Kristen Wiig, Val Kilmer, and Ryan Philippe of Cruel Intentions fame. I love Cruel Intentions. I put Cruel Intentions on my shelf next to Wild Things and just watch those movies back and forth. Chicks making out, champagne on the boobs. Anyone who's seen Wild Things knows exactly what I'm talking about. MacGruber, we got a MacGyver ripoff played by Will Forte. He's trying to take down an international terrorist played by Val Kilmer. He assembles a team, Kristen Wiig and Ryan Philippe, and they try to take him out, and comedy absolutely ensues. I definitely was not looking forward to MacGruber. A lot of the trailers had me a little weary. There was even a Red Band trailer that came out a number of months back that didn't necessarily make me think it was going to be any funnier than the PG-13 general audience trailers. And I will say I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this movie and how funny it ultimately ended up being. And I was surprised because they really didn't show a lot of what is great about this movie in the trailer. And I think the reason they don't is because they can't. This movie is incredibly vulgar, incredibly lowbrow, and it's very funny. And here's how I feel about fart jokes and lowbrow humor and shit that is just really immature and stupid. If it makes me laugh, I don't care. I don't give a shit. If I am laughing, that is really all I'm looking for. And a movie like MacGruber, which clearly isn't trying to be an amazing movie, isn't trying to be anything more than a comedy. Really all I'm asking when I go in is to laugh. And MacGruber did that from beginning to end. And I think Will Forte is absolutely hysterical in this movie. He really is terrific, and he is playing a character, and he's playing it straight almost the entire time. I mean, he never really lets on to the fact that he's being funny, which is far and away funnier than someone trying to be funnier, than a rubber-faced Jim Carrey. When you see someone trying to keep it together at all times, I find that really very funny. And when he's working with pretty talented actors like Kristen Wiig, who is a really great comedic actress, I don't necessarily think she's given as much to do as I know she could. I definitely think she's funnier in other things than she was in MacGruber, but you've also got Val Kilmer, and I was also surprised how much I enjoyed Ryan Philippe in this movie. I mean, by the end, he's jumping in balls deep, and he really does just about anything to make you laugh. There's gonna be people who will tell you this movie is stupid and that it's a waste of time, and they're not wrong. There's really not a lot of artistic merit to this movie. The plot is kind of a little all over the place, and they're really not even concerned with the plot at all, because all this movie needs to be is funny, and it's directed by Jorma Taccone of Lonely Island fame, and I think he does a really serviceable job of just getting jokes across, especially in a movie like MacGruber, which is also kind of an 80s movie spoof. It definitely could have just gone down the path of unfunny, plot-driven action comedy, and I don't think it becomes that, and I think it's much better for that. This movie will be awesome on HBO or Cinemax, because I know when I'm flipping through the channels. If I saw MacGruber on, I'm gonna turn it on, and I can pretty much, for me anyways, I could turn it on and I know there's gonna be a funny moment ahead, and it's gonna be the kind of movie that when it's on fucking cable, I'm gonna dip in and dip out, and I'm gonna have a great time. I would definitely say that if you're a little bit weary, maybe wait for video, but if you're down for something completely stupid, vulgar, and very, very funny, if you have a sense of humor, I would definitely say MacGruber is worth checking out. I give MacGruber a 3.5 out of 5. I do. I really, really do. Head over to nitpickit.com and dampercast.com. I thank you in advance. I'll see you guys next time.